Let's talk about some of the stuff from Old Republic. Sellers do get opportunity to get benefits too, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us about a seller's plan.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Okay, so they have to be actively listed with a real estate agent. It can't be for sale by owner.
Right.
So you list your home with Harvey, and he can get you.
That's the only way you're going to get it, by the way, is list your home with Harvey.
Right. List your home out with Harvey or his team.
Yeah, all right.
And it gives you kind of a mini. One of the ways I like
it's free, but it's a mini plan.
Correct. So, like I say, if you go to your favorite restaurant and you sit down, your favorite Mexican restaurant, you sit down and they give you chips and salsa before you ever order the entree. We're like the chips and the seller's coverage is like the chips and salsa of your meal.
Yeah.
It's complimentary, but it's not a full meal.
Right.
And then we ask if, our hope is that you're going to buy the whole entree.
Exactly.
And so it's limited. It's electrical, plumbing. I mean, it still has the built-in appliances, not washer, dryer, refrigerator.
Not HVAC.
You can add.
You can pay for that.
HVAC is an option. It's like guac.
Is it like table-side guac or just the bulk made?
It's more of a bulk made guac.
Okay. What if I want queso? If I want queso, can I give you that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's $70, but it gives you $1,500 towards a repairs or replacement. And
if you know your AC's old, let me tell you something. I mean, I hate to interrupt you on this, but I think it's an important point. Houses know when they're being sold. I talk about this all the time. They know. It's like just before you close, boom, the air conditioner's. Yep.
Right.
Poof, I'm out. So it's not a bad idea to have that protection.
Plan on track, and we are one of few companies where all of our plans, including sellers coverage, includes the cost of refrigerant. So that $1,500 could also go towards refrigerant if it just needs a little refill.
Okay.
So it just, but it just kind of keeps things on track. If something, probably one of the things that fails the most during the listing for us is a dishwasher.
Yeah.
People use it for storage. They don't use it for actual functional use. And so they start running it and it seizes up. And, our cap on whether it's a range, a dishwasher, built-in microwave, not that you usually have a $3,000 microwave, but it's $3,000. So it can keep a transaction on track. If the garage door motor goes out the day before the walkthrough, it's things that can, and then when someone has it, of course, like I say, we hope that we get the whole enchilada or the whole meal.
Sure.
We get a paid buyer's policy, but if something fails early in the life of that plan, it's less likely to be denied by us because we have a history on that property.
Indeed, that makes sense. Yeah, you've had coverage for a period of time, at least during the listing period, so that does make sense. I think that now that the market, and we've been talking about this for months, is turning into more of a buyer's market, and sellers need to be a lot more flexible now. They need to, and they need to offer just a little bit more than a neighbor's offering, because if they want to get sold, they got to look more. There got to be more value for the buyer.
And at the end of the day, if they choose the highest plan and you're looking at $800 plus the $70 for the HVAC coverage, $870 to maybe push your transaction, get someone, and then push it through, is at the end of the day a very small percentage.
Right. It's easy. I mean, look, we say this all the time, but it's if all things are equal and it's the warranty that puts you over the edge, let's do the warranty. And by the way, can you think of a transaction, Carly, in the last couple of years where we didn't have a warranty involved? Sellers always provide warranty. I mean, look, not always, but there's no requirement that they do it and that they pay for it.
Very rare.
But it seems to be the traditional way we do transactions here in Southern Nevada.
Absolutely, we see it on probably 90% of the transactions.
Yeah.
Not to say who's paying for it, but the warranty is there.
It's there, and it's a peace of mind for a buyer.
Absolutely.
So that they, the inspection reveals something. And by the way, I know you were going to make a comment about inspections too.
Well, I was going to talk that inspections are just so important.
Yeah.
Know what you're getting into, and it because we don't have a plan in place. Typically, we're not covering pre-existing.
Right.
Just like any kind of insurance, they don't cover pre-existing. And we consider that something that by a visual or simple mechanical test, you would know that it's not working.
Right.
And so it gives you the opportunity to negotiate.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's tens of thousands of dollars, but you don't want to walk into a home and know that, or maybe you're okay with it, but having a list of things that you need to take care of.
At least know what it is that you're getting yourself into. That's the main thing. That's what an inspection's for. And even during the time when it was when buyers, there were some agents recommending their buyers to waive it. I would never, under any circumstances, recommend you waive. Now, you don't have to ask for the repairs, but at least know what you're getting.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Just know it. Just, I mean, if I'm a seller, honestly, I want the buyer to do an inspection.
Right.
Because that inspection becomes a little additional evidence that I'm not deceiving them in any way.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what I want. So as a seller, I like it when a buyer does an inspection. I want them to do their inspections. Do as many or do whatever you want. Inspect the house thoroughly. Be comfortable with what you're buying.
Exactly. It just reduces those post-closing potential liabilities.
And there is it does create room for negotiation.
Yes.
If the price ends up being an issue and or the repair cost ends up being an issue, there's usually some adjustments made as a result of the inspection.
Right.
Either by the seller completing some repairs or giving the buyers some money to help close the deal and do the repairs after they close.